plaintiff, Stephen Schneider, says he and the defendant were best friends. So when Stephen started his own business, he gave the defendant a job. Stephen claims while on a business trip, the defendant partied, woke up naked, and discovered his company credit card had been stolen. So Stephen's suing. Defendant Adam Salyers admits that he went out while in New Orleans, but says after he started drinking with two girls at a club, he doesn't remember much more, and he suspects he was drugged. Adam claims he woke up the next day in a room full of fried chicken, and he realized his clothes and wallet had been stolen, and therefore he is a victim.
All right, start with you.
All right, this guy was my best friend since I was 7 years old. He no longer is. I don't even want to be in the same room as him. But basically, he's a party guy our whole lives, which makes for fun. Yeah, growing up, I had a blast with him, but he never grew up, all right? I went to college, you know, started making a career for myself. Went and worked for other people, came up through the ranks, and I had a blast with him all through that, you know? He was drinking, doing whatever, hanging out with girls, doing whatever he wanted. Come home for Christmas, hang out with him, you know, it was a blast. Lots of fun, but terrible person. So I decided to start my own company, go out on my own, all right, in construction. And starting from the ground up, I invite him to come and build something with me from scratch, okay? And all he does is take advantage of it from day one, you know, like, hey, let's go out. So we go out, have a couple beers. I go home at 11. He stays out till no telling what time, right? Calls me the next morning. Hey, I don't feel good. Well, of course you don't feel good. You stayed out.
What is his role in the business?
Carpenter, superintendent.
And what is your role?
The owner.
Owner? Mm-hmm.
Taking advantage of me, you know.
Taking advantage.
Hey, I can't go to work today because of this or whatever. You know, playing on my heartstrings because he's my friend. We've known each other so long.
You don't pay him when he's off, do you?
I do that to you all the time.
Right,
But
he does that, but I drag him in. I send the police for him.
And whenever he doesn't show up, puts you in a bind. You gotta get someone else, right?
No, I make him show up.
Yeah, I show up eventually.
You have a
put
little
him
more pull
together,
than I do,
put
I
a little
guess.
water on him in the back, throw some makeup in the haircut, and push him on out here.
This has continued on for a couple years, and
When you mention it to him, what would he say?
I mean, he would be good for when he did work. He's a great worker. He's the best worker I've ever had. Okay, but if he didn't, you know, it puts me in a bind if he doesn't show up. And he would be very sorry, but sorry only goes so far. At some point, change. Don't be sorry all the time, right?
Let me allow him to give some background, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, everything he said, sure, you know, best friends since we were 6 or 7 growing up. And his business was growing, and he called me, you know, and asked me if I wanted to come work for him, and of course I did. So, I mean, he called me on like a Wednesday. I moved to Baton Rouge that Sunday, you know, and started working. But, you know, for him to sit here and bring me here and embarrass me like this and, you know, talk like I'm irresponsible, you know, I was staying out late. I mean, he was there with me all the time doing the same thing.
But he said he
But I
shows
went
up
to
for work.
Exactly.
Well, you know, he's the boss, so I guess he can do whatever he wants to, but still, you know, I mean, how many times has he gone out, smarted off, got drunk, and gotten his jaw broke? I mean, that have happened more than once. You know what I'm saying?
More than once?
Yes, sir.
Gotten into fights and had his jaw broken?
Yes, Your Honor. So, I mean, it's, you know.
But he showed up for work.
Exactly. I worked with my jaw wired shut, too.
See, that's the issue. It's not the issue of, it's not whether he got drunk all night, it's whether he was able to recover in time to go to work.
Well, no, I mean, he was drunk during the day. I mean, he couldn't even stay up at night. I mean, here's proof
What's that
he's drunk during the day at a pool where families and kids are around.
That was vacation.
This might be the weekend.
That was
or something.
vacation.
Yeah, this man is on vacation. Go ahead. What you suing him about? The credit card charges.
In December of last year, we go. I was wanting to go to New Orleans. We live in Baton Rouge. Wanted to go to New Orleans, go out for the night, and asked me if he wanted to go. He said yeah. So I buy 2 hotel rooms, one for him, one for me. We have to work the next day. Okay, I tell him this. No matter what, we are getting up and we're going to work. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we go out, and it was probably around 11 or so. I don't know. I went home. Now, he keeps a company card on him at all times, one of my company cards, all right? And they're actually, it's not a credit card, it's a check card. He has the PIN number, okay? And this night he had one. I go home and go to bed at maybe 11 o'clock, and he wants to go out on Bourbon Street by himself, okay? That's just stupid to begin with. But that's what he chose to do. Okay, well, you're getting up. I wake up next morning, I go to get him, and I pull out, I kept the extra key to his room. I go in there, and this is what he looks like.
Let's see, you have a picture of him?
Yes.
Once again, not getting up in time for work.
No. And this is in the hotel
Looks like
room.
he's in a coma.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's laying on the edge of the bed. Look at that. Naked, passed out. I mean, it's absurd, okay? So, of course, what do? I pull out my phone, I take a picture. But
looks like he had a lot of fun that night, I'll be honest.
he decided to order 2 buckets of chicken as well. And you can't really tell, but these are chicken bones, okay? Looks like par for the course for him. All right, this wasn't that abnormal for me, but I took a couple.
Looks like he had more than one person there.
I would agree with you. So I'm thinking he literally just got in here. You know, it is maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock. He must have just got in. So I start trying to wake him up. He's not answering. His head is literally bouncing off the bed. I'm pushing him so hard, and there's no movement whatsoever.
Wow.
Okay? So I go back to Baton Rouge. It's an hour away. All right? Maybe about 12:30. The check card that he had, I can run up $5,000 a day before it gets shut down. That's the 1-day limit. Mm-hmm. And at 12:30, I get a call from my bank saying that I reached my limit. Hold on.
Right.
I don't even have that that card on me, okay? So I go and look, and there's all kinds of charges, all right? So I don't call him, whatever. I don't know what he's doing. He's still sleeping. I get a phone call from him at 7 o'clock or 6:30, something like that evening. So he slept through the entire day, never called me once or anything, okay? And he called me from the hotel's lobby in a towel and claims that he got robbed, drugged. They stole his clothes, his phone, his wallet, everything, and is just now waking up. Can I come get him? Okay? I'm like, do you know that?
Stole his clothes also.
Yes. So he didn't have clothes. I don't know if that actually happened, but...
You tell me.
Oh, it happened.
What happened exactly?
I mean, so yeah, we're down in New Orleans, and it's probably like 10. He's being lame, so I was like, well, I want to go out and do something. And like he said, you shouldn't go out on New Orleans, especially Bourbon Street, by yourself.
Really?
Well,
What's the risk?
What happened to me?
What did happen?
He's from around there. He knows that, and him being a good friend should have been like, all right, well, I'll go with you.
Oh, I told you.
So what happened?
I told
all right.
you.
Well, all right, yeah. So I go out by myself and end up at like a club, meet a couple girls, hanging out, dancing, and they're buying me drinks and stuff. So, I think everything's going good.
These are some nice young ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
Buying him drinks.
Fresh from church.
Hey, fresh from church. That's right.
But around, I don't know, probably 11:30, I have no recollection of the evening. I wake up in my hotel room. It's dark. I think it's probably like 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm looking for the clock. It's gone. Phone's gone. Clothes gone. My cell phone's gone. Everything's gone. Woozy from whatever they put in my drink or whatever. And I look around the room trying to find my stuff. Like he said, fried chicken everywhere.
So you don't know what happened
No,
that
sir.
night?
No idea what happened.
When you woke up.
But I find the hotel room phone rolled up in the mini fridge. I'm so out of it, I literally can't even plug it back up to get it to work. And I think I passed out, went unconscious a couple times while all this is going on. I finally get up and grab a towel, walk down to the front desk, and I asked the man at the front desk what time it was. He said 5. I go 5 in the morning, and he was like, no, in the evening. And I was like, well, I'm pretty sure I got drugged and robbed. And, will you call the police for me? And that's when I asked him, could I use your other phone also, so I could call him to...
What did he say in terms of the prospects of you having been drugged and robbed? And he said it happens all the time around here.
Well, see, when I did, file the police report and talk to the cop, this was early December. He said he knew the MO. He was like, yeah, you got targeted. Because, with the phone being rolled up and them taking my stuff, I guess was if I was happened to wake up, it would slow me down, you know what I mean? And but he said, I have so many of these cases, I won't even be able to get to yours until after the new year. Yes, sir. Could have been raped, could have been murdered, kidney stolen. He don't care.
No, I don't care.
And so you're saying nearly 5,000 in charges were...
Yeah, so I have the bank statement. I have.
And why do you think he should pay for them? Was the card exposed?
Well, so
he was negligent in keeping your card?
The bank considered me to be negligent because they had the PIN number. Okay, where'd they get the PIN number from? From him. He had the card. A lot of people in this country work for a company and keep a company card with them. That's your responsibility when you're having that, you know. So,
where did they get the PIN number from?
I'm guessing out of my cell phone.
Or from him.
You don't keep your phone locked?
No, sir.
So you have a PIN number in your phone of someone else's bank card, and you don't keep it locked.
Right.
So it's like if you, at any moment, unless you keep your phone in your hand 24 hours, if you set it down, someone can get this man's PIN number.
Well, I mean, it's either in my hand or my pocket.
Right.
Don't.
Well, if you set it down at night, do you sleep with it in your hand?
No,
do you
no,
sleep
Your
with
Honor.
it in your pocket?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so you do get drunk, admittedly.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so one of these nights or days when you're drunk and you set your phone down, his PIN number is accessible.
Yes, sir.
So you were negligent. So I'm going to grant you your judgment. I hope the fund was worth $4,941 because that's what it cost you. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Kiss my.
Got what he deserved.
I'm pissed because he used to be my best friend and he treats me like this. So, I could give a if I ever see him again.
That was in reaction to how you treat me.